We are going to do a PlayStation conference roundup. Marco was lucky enough to attend. Well, I stayed at home.
Yeah. But at least you had the stream. It was a
yes,
bizarre.
so I streamed it. I streamed it from home. Marco was actually at the conference and was able to attend. There's some very interesting developments that came out of that.
It was really bizarre. It was one of the craziest conferences I've ever been to. So we were led into this tent. We all thought we were going into like this expo room with like chairs, because that's what you do when you go to a conference. But
well, I mean, all the other conferences we've attended, you go into the main theatre and
so has been E3 for the last 20 years. Yeah. But this one, we were led into this tent and it was a church. So Sony, they made a replica of this hall, and we walked in there and the media just didn't know what was going on. We stood there and we were watching this chandelier, and it was a church. It was like a church. It was church chairs and like a stage and like an altar and like candelabras and stuff. And we just thought it was like the end of times now, and Sony was recruiting us for some sort of like cult. But no, it was actually it was a replica of the hall that you see in The Last of Us 2 trailer.
Okay, well, speaking of The Last of Us, I mean, like it's really nice to see some like full-on gameplay.
Yes, yeah.
Of The Last of Us 2. I think it's going to be a bit of a controversy, as it always is, you know, lesbian kiss.
But it was not only that. I think it was an extremely violent.
It was. So I watched all the gameplay, and it was quite a.
I've never seen violence like that in games.
There's
violence in games, but there's this has gone to a level where you see like intestines like hanging out of people.
Yeah.
And like when they get slammed with like an axe, like I've never seen that sort of detail where the hit marker knows that it's happened there, and like the blood starts pouring there, and like when you get hit in the face, it leaves that mark there. That sort of detail is like really rare. So violence in a state of where I think it's going to be a very like detailed violent game.
One trailer that I did think was a bit weird, and weird only because I watched it, I loved it, and I still didn't really know what was happening by the end of it. Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. I don't think anybody knew what was going on. But it's been like that. So it's got this reputation of this game that nobody really knows what the hell's going on. And Kojima does that. I mean, even the Metal Gear series, like although we know what Metal Gear is about and what happens in the game, the trailers make no sense
at all.
Like they're always backed by like a cool soundtrack.
I think we all expect a lot because it's Kojima.
Yeah.
So everyone is kind of going, oh, okay, well, like we're placing a lot of trust in him and going, okay, well, it's Kojima, so everyone's gonna buy it. But I did.
It was strange. I mean, when you start the trailer with a baby in a room giving you a thumbs up, like it's gonna be
shit's gonna get weird from here.
And it was crazy. There was a lot of walking, like Norman Reedus just walked a lot.
6 minutes of walking.
It was just walking. And then there was a lot
of toenails off.
That was hectic. I was cringing.
I was cringing. I was like sitting there watching the stream, going, oh no.
Because like we've all had that ingrown nail that we've pulled out.
Oh no.
There's some new characters that we saw. We haven't seen gameplay, so that's my thing. I mean, I think that one part with that light flickering, that was gameplay, but we haven't seen how the game's actually going to play and what we're going to do. So I'm not sure what's happening, but it looks cool. Like it's going to be a cool game. I just don't know what it's about.
So one that I didn't actually know a lot about, and the moment I saw it, I was like, I want to play this. Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yes. Yeah.
That looks.
It looks
amazing, and that fight sequence at the end.
It was just so epic.
Coming from an animation background, all I was looking at was, look at all the particles and the volumetric lighting and all the things, and I'm thinking, that's that kind of stuff from a technological point of view. You're just thinking, damn, you're gonna need like a PS4 Pro to play.
But not even that. Most of the trailer, I seriously believe that this was not on PS4. Because it's on such a different level of the engine is so beautiful.
It's beautiful. So either they've really made
I think they've pushed it.
So from a PlayStation perspective, I mean, like to put that amount of detail into that is a very big technological challenge.
Those leaves when that fight
scene happened. The leaves and the fire and the movement and the background, you could see the wind, you could see the
jaw
distance, and the lightning chasing.
You saw like the jaw distance. It was a lot of stuff. So it made me wonder, like, is this really a PS4 game? And it is a PS4 game, but I cannot believe Sony's delivering.
I mean, it's not like Ubisoft who announced certain things as this is next gen.
Yes, yeah.
You know, so that they're already working on stuff that is not the current generation. But I mean, this is announced.
It is, yeah. So it's surprising that Sony, you know, just when you think, hey, God of War was like a beautiful looking game, now there's just how many more levels are there going to come before? You know, next gen arrives.
Absolutely.
It's a very pretty game, and I seriously thought it wasn't on PS4.
I don't know.
Oh, it's Spider-Man. So I played Spider-Man.
I'm so jealous because I got the behind closed door session last year, and Marco got the gameplay session this year, and I'm very, very jealous because this was a game that I really want to play.
And it's so good. It's so good. And like the demo was only 20 minutes, but it wasn't like, you know, you have to do this. You get put in the city. And you can go do side missions if you want. Like one of them I had to go and chase bombs down and like throw them in the air before they exploded. Then some of them I had to like chase a car that was stealing money, and then there was like the main mission which saw me fight Shockwave.
Yeah.
It was so cool, and everything I did, it felt like it was so much detail to it. Yeah. Like one of the things is like if they're robbing like a bank. So you have to go stop them now, and if you stop them before they get in the car, then the fight's over. But if you don't, then you have to chase the car. So it's like, you know, you have to.
It's about your skill level.
Yeah, it's about. So I mean, I had to chase them because I was still adapting to the combat. But it's just so cool to see that it's going to offer a lot more than just like, oh, you know, do this quick little. You know, it's not sandbox.
Yeah.
And the problem with sandbox is like, you do the same thing over and over so many times, and it's never dynamic. Yeah. So Spider-Man's looking, and the traversing is so cool, like getting around, holding down R2 and just swinging around, and then you just want to like leap forward, so you just press R1 and R1 and you shoot yourself forward on like a water tank. Like you feel so awesome playing it, and they've done a good job polishing the movement system, and that could have gone south. I mean, if Spider-Man didn't have a good movement system, it would have been a crap game.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
I mean, from what I could see last time, I felt that way. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Then one that I haven't seen before, I mean, maybe you have and I just missed it, but it's Control. That's a new announcement. That's a completely new announcement.
It's like a weird Quantum Break vibes from it. It's made by the same studio, but like it was very like Quantum Break. I thought at one stage maybe it was a Quantum Break sequel, but I mean Microsoft owns that, but that's like how far out there it is. Yeah. But it looks cool.
Considering it's the first trailer, I mean, I didn't get a sense that I'm like, I don't really know what it's about. So I'm used to looking at like, what is it, like telekinetic
it's
stuff.
like telekinetic.
So I mean, you kind of getting a hint of it, but you're not really getting.
And like I'm interested to see who the protagonist is as well, because she looks so interesting, and we only saw her like for like 2 minutes, so it does look pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, so what else have we? I'm trying to remember back.
Well, we had the Kingdom Hearts. So. Okay,
so Kingdom Hearts is Marco's thing.
Yeah.
It's not my thing.
So we've just seen Kingdom Hearts trailers like every single day of E3 so far.
So he's very excited.
Super
All
happy.
I'm thinking about Kingdom Hearts still is, I don't understand what's going on.
No, I don't either. Nobody understands what's going on in Kingdom Hearts, but the fact is, they announced the limited edition PS4 Pro.
They did.
It looks really pretty.
That looks amazing.
And I've been putting off buying a limited edition PS4 Pro, so it might be on the buy. But also the Pirates of the Caribbean world has been confirmed. So we're looking at like a lot of, like there's Tangled, Frozen, Toy Story, Big Hero 6, Monsters Inc. There's a lot.
There's a lot of franchises going in.
So like if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, like it's going to be, and it's coming out on the 29th of January. Finally.
It's his birthday month.
So the PS4 Pro could be a birthday present to myself. They also announced Neo 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So apparently it is coming to other platforms.
Okay, so that was never a franchise I really it didn't sort of really resonate with me, but I know it has quite a big following.
It does. It was sort of like I played the first one. The first one released this year, I think. Yeah. It was or last year. It was the the alternative to Dark Souls,
Yes.
and like you know, and it wasn't as good as it, but it's a good game, and like, you know, the sequel's always better than the first one, especially in this case.
You say that, but I don't think that that's always the case.
But I think for a new IP, especially...
Okay, for a new IP perhaps.
Yeah.
I suppose people, they're looking and building on what people have been asking for, and like fixing up bits that maybe, you know, weren't.
But then also Resident Evil 2.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yes.
people went crazy.
No, I
People
know.
went
Well, I
crazy.
mean, initially when I saw, you know, you have that moment where you're thinking, what is this? And then of course, you know, they sort of like pull back and you start recognizing characters, and you're like, oh, okay, this is amazing.
People went crazy.
Yeah.
Like there was a lady in front of me that literally stood up and like she started like screaming, and that's a big deal because this is a remake now.
Yes.
We've had so many Resident Evil remasters where they just like port the game onto like a disc.
So I did have a moment where I was like, is it a remaster? And then I realized it's actually like a reboot.
Like a whole built from the ground up.
But yeah, like a completely
a
completely revised. I mean, because you can see it's modern. I mean, you can see it's not the sort of like old style.
Yeah, and I think it's important because I mean, Resident Evil 7 was a really good game, and Resident Evil 1 and 2 and 3. Hopefully, with this being, hopefully 2 is a success, and then we can have 3 as well. Because those first 3 were like the best.
The classics,
best,
iconic. I mean, iconic games in the franchise, certainly.
So yeah, so that's basically the E3 2018 Roundup, PlayStation Roundup. Days Gone was missing in action, but we know it's releasing on the 22nd of February.
So that was one I was a bit surprised by. I expected to see more Days
We saw it briefly
gameplay
in the trailer, but also they have been doing a big media push recently, where they have been releasing a lot of gameplay and stuff. So maybe it wasn't necessary, but it would have been cool.
But still, I mean, even last year was a you know, Days Gone was behind closed doors. It wasn't there was no like hands-on or anything like that. So so I was surprised. I did.
But not to have it on stage. That's a different story.
Absolutely.
That was weird.
Yeah, but I mean, I suppose, you know, the show floor does open tomorrow, so it's possible that there'll be gameplay, hands-on time on the show floor.
But we know it's releasing on it's one of the only one of their only 4 exclusive that has a release date now. Yeah. And it is.
There's no release dates in that conference. Not like any.
Not any. No.
Not a single one. Not a single release date.
I mean, Dreams. So Dreams is Media Molecules. And like I've been waiting for Dreams. It was announced back when the PS4 was first revealed. It's like how old now? 5 years. And it's still like their game's still missing.
Missing in action.
And I love Media Molecules. I'm such a big fan of Little Big Planet. I feel like they create games that create genres.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
Still no Dreams. So I'm hopefully we see more of that soon. Hopefully it's at E3. I'm not sure. We'll have to see.
Yeah. Well, we can only hope that.
Yeah.
Well, that's all from us. Make sure that you carry on to tune in on all the rest of our E3 coverage.
We have a lot coming. We're going to play a lot of games, a lot of PS4 things. I'm going to play Kingdom Hearts, so I'll tell you what it's like.
And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Glitch on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We'll catch you again soon.
Cheers.